Shalom, this is Spirit Bears Witness, a Ban Yasharella. I camp at Lions Den of Yasharella, Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like to say a prayer to the Father and the Son. Ka, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Ha, Rekah Kadash, Ma'amoth. Double honors to the elder apostles, Great Millstone. Double honors to my elder as well, Ahara Wan Ban Yasharella of the Lions Den camp. Peace and salutations to the Yakim, women and the children of the four corners of the earth. Shalom. Okay, I got another lesson. This lesson is going to be entitled The Plagues Are Sent for Amendment, right? For correction. All right, so I'm just going to jump right in. We're going to start at where's Second Ezra chapter 16, and I'm going to start at verse 3. Right, and it reads, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" Hey, when you have Bashim outside, as you see it unfolding, these things coming to pass, no one can turn it back. No one can turn back the hands of time, like they say in the world, or make America quote unquote great again, or any of those things. What the Lord has said is going to happen exactly how He said. Right? It said. 2 Ezra 16 and verse 3, "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? No one. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the woods?" Now, hell no, because the hungry lion gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? It says, "May any man drive away an hungry lion in the woods? Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it have began to burn? No, because once that fire get to burning, is catching everything. You know, it says, may one turn again the away. Slack it. May 2 Ezra 16 and 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. So hey, once that archer cocked that arrow back, and once he let it go, ain't no turning it back. It's gonna shoot. It's going to hit wherever he marked it. Wherever it's marked to hit, it's going to hit. Ain't no turning it back. Ain't no swaying it or telling it to calm down or slow down or any of that shit. Once that archer cocked back that bow, once he released that bow, it's coming. And ain't nothing you can do to stop it. Except for it's going to hit what it's meant to hit. Right? It says, 2 Ezra 16 and 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord Yahweh Bashmi Shai sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Who is he? No one. No one can turn back these plagues that Yahweh Bashmi Shai has commanded to come to this place, Babylon the Great, and pretty much the world. Right? It says, 2 Ezra 16 and 9, "A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid?" So when all these things begin to happen, that's when men is gonna tremble. That's what it says. Men are gonna trail like a woman. Cry like a woman in travail, like a woman giving birth. That's how the mighty men gonna travail and cry and scream, because bitterly, right? It says the Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh in the foundation thereof, and the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are trouble, and the fish thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power. Hey, so tsunamis, everything. Hey, when them arrows get to hitting this place, everything is going to cause mass destruction over the whole earth. Right? It says, 2 Ezra 16 and 13, "For strong is his right hand." Who is that? Yahweh Shai, Mashiach. "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, when they begin to be shot unto the ends of the world." Hey, when them ICBMs getting shot off, ain't nothing gonna turn them back. They're gonna hit their mark. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture says his spirit, the spirit of the Lord is going to be guiding them. Right? It says 2 Ezra 16 and verse 14, "Behold, the plagues are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Con. The fire is kindled and shall none slack it. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. Because once them ICBMs get shot, ain't no returning. Once they leave that silos, once they leave, hey, ain't no stopping. Ain't no turning back. It is what it is. Just like it says, hey, who can turn back the arrow of a strong archer when he cocked that arrow back, and once he releases it, it's over. It's gonna hit his mark. All right. 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? And that's what those days is the days with the time we're in now. So every so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird, hey, this is what should be on their mind. You know, who is going to save us in these times? But only the remnant, only that 1/3 remnant is going to be in the spirit to understand the time that we're in and do the thing that's pleasing to the Lord. And more than anything, only the elect, that they're going to be doing the things that they're supposed to do, to be spared, to obtain that mercy. And actually, there's nothing you can do. The Lord's chosen. They're going to be spared because He chose them, not because of no work that they've done and no type of earthly thing that they've done or earthly knowledge that they've gained is going to assist them. You know, as far as saving them, it's only through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai Shai. Those that He knew since the foundation of the earth, those are the ones, the elect, is going to be spared. This the plagues that's coming to this place, right? It says, woe is me. 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Only that 1/3 remnant. Hey, that's the mind state we're in. Hey, we know to call upon the name of Yahweh Shai Shai, because that's the only power that there is, and the only one that can have mercy on us, right? So we're prisoner of hope, that we're among the elect, to be spared, to hear the words from heaven, that voice from heaven saying, "Come up hither until the indignation pass." Right? That's what we're hoping. That's where our hope lies in, because that's the only. That's all it is. There is no other way out of this place. You know, it says, 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? And we praying that Yahweh Shai Shai deliver us. And we're doing the thing that's pleasing to the Lord. We're those that He sent on the highways and byways to teach this truth and bring our people back into repentance, to gather the fruit, you know, of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird that follow the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, that look like the heathen, but they follow the seed. Though they look like these other nations, their blood goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They're the only ones that have of hope. That's those that hearken unto the voice of the Lord. That's the men, the prophets on the highways and byways prophesying this truth. You know, it says 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? What shall we do? Call upon the name of the Lord. For what it says, whoever called upon the name of the Lord and was forsaken. You know, so you hold fast to Yahweh Shai Shai. The Father's name being Yahweh and the Son's name being Yahweh Shai. You hold fast to those names and teach the truth and hope that Yahweh Shai have mercy on you and keep you into the end. You know, you hear those words, "Come up here, my faithful servant," yea, and you receive that reward, right? It says, 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 19, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, as for correction. You know, these things are sent for a correction to correct our people, and those that that don't get it, they're gonna have to learn it after death by pain. It says, and Salakia, this is the judgment of the Lord for the other nations to receive, especially Esau, Edom. You know, to receive these plagues. It says, but for all these things, 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. They're not going to think on it. They're going to think it's a joke, just like in the days of Noah when he was building the ark, right? They scoffed because they never saw rain, you know, or whatever the case may be. They didn't think it was, they didn't have no belief. They didn't have no they didn't fear the Lord. They thought the Lord was joking, or Noah was a crazy, or whatever the case may be. Just like in today's time, 2/3 of our people want that same in the same spirit. What scoffing? It ain't what they say. That won't be in our lifetime. That ain't what the scriptures say. The scriptures say, hey, we in the final days, like the final countdown. You know what I'm saying? And we're anxiously waiting, patiently though, for Yahweh Shema Shai, and the Lord to perform that marvelous work, right, and redeem His people, which are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, along with the speckled bird that look like the heathen but follow the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, there's no mercy for no other nation as far as receiving eternal life, the perfect bodies, pure hearts, never falling off again. Those are the blessings that's given to Yasharallah, the children of the living power. You know, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American, along with the speckled bird. No other nation can obtain it, right? It says 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Because they what? Chasing the bag. They rather had the dainties, the crumbs of Esau's table for a little while, instead of obtaining the righteousness and the riches of heaven, the riches of Yahweh Shema Shai that endure forever, where nothing can corrupt it. Right? They want to have that quick whatever the case may be, satisfaction, pleasure of the flesh, or whatever the case may be, and they not hearkening to the voice of the Lord, because they think, oh, the Lord is just love, 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 because they've been deceived by these false prophets and false teachers teaching false doctrines, and they don't know the will of the Lord. And it's ultimately because the Lord has not given it to them. The Lord has closed their eyes and ears to this truth, so they can't hear it. They can't see it. It's like foolishness unto them. You know, it's what it says. Because the wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai has become foolishness unto these people. Man, they're wicked and sinful people, and they won't hearken to the voice of the Lord, no matter how much historical proof, artifacts, scriptures, precept on precept, line upon line. No matter how much you try to feed them, you lead them to the water, they won't drink it. You know, they won't obtain to that wise counsel, because they desire the things of the flesh. They desire the things that's pleasing to their flesh, instead of the things that that please the spirit, the things that please Yahweh Shema Shai. You know, and ultimately because Yahweh Shema Shai has put the world in their hearts. You know, it says, behold, and this is another reason right here, 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. Hey, because look, everything still is not as cheap or as good as it used to be, but you still can get you whatever, but you value whatever meal, whatever the case may be, you still can eat or whatever like that. But it's going to be a point where you ain't going to be able to eat. You ain't going to even be able to find water to drink. Right? Only the elect is going to be spared. Only the elect is going to, what he says, my children shall eat. You know what I'm saying? But dang, I wish I had it verbatim. But he said my children going to eat, but 2/3 of our people and these heathens ain't going to eat, right? Just like they not eating now. 2/3 of our people ain't eating the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. They not eating the roll. They rather hear smooth words, smooth things. They rather hear a false prophet prophesy deceit. You know, it says 2 Ezra 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Because they can watch movies or whatever they see these entertainers, whatever fills you in, music, whatever the case. And if you pay attention, you see all that's falling. You see all that is not where it used to be or how it used to be, right? But 2/3 of our people won't hearken. Right, they still want to chase the bag. They want to live a better so-called life. You know what I'm saying? In which there is no life if you don't have Yahweh Shem Shai. You're still miserable. You're still dead. You're still in the congregation of the dead when you don't have that living word, that living water within you. Right? It says 2 Ezra 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And still is people, you see homeless people on the street starving. You know what I'm saying? People really don't think about how hard it is until they're rock bottom, and then they realize, I'm out here begging for food or something. I'm sleeping in my car or whatever the case may be. I'm sleeping on the street, whatever the case may be. You know, they think they in good case, or I can always, you don't know. It says, the sword, right, because, back then it used to be a sword, but now the modern sword is the gun, or even more than that, modernized weapons. They got all kind of things that's coming. You know what I'm saying? And great confusion, right? And that confusion come from these false prophets, these false teachers prophesying lies and prophesying deceit for filthy lucre's sake, or because the Lord is got them to deceive the people because the Lord don't want them. He measured them amongst the 2/3, right? So somebody got to lead the 2/3 astray, and that be those false prophets who deal in great confusion and great deceit. You know, it says 2 Ezra 16 and verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? So if you don't starve to death, you're gonna catch that ICBM missile, or you're gonna catch Esau gonna round you up, whatever the case may be. You're gonna die by the gun, famine, or by them ICBM missiles. You're gonna catch whatever lot the Lord got you in, right? It says for many, 2 Ezra 16 and verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and that dung is shit. And they're gonna be cast out as like shit on the street. Ain't nobody gonna have time to bury you, say a few good words, and say bada boom, bada bang, whatever the case may be. Now they're gonna, if you lucky enough for that, you're gonna leave where you die is where you're gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're gonna lay, right? It says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. It's not gonna be like everybody in the spirit, not everybody, but 2/3 of our people in the spirit of mirth, doing whatever the case they want to do, partying and living it up, just like I said in the days of Noah, just like they was doing, living it up, doing the things that they want to please the flesh instead of the things that please the Lord. Even though the Lord had warned them, He sent Noah to warn them, just like He sent His prophets out in this time to warn the people before the destruction come. But 2/3 of our people won't listen, right? Because this warning goes out to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird that look like the heathen will follow the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But only that remnant is going to hearken unto the voice of the Lord and repent and obey the words. You know, do what's pleasing to the Lord. Seek Him, thirst after Him instead of the things of the flesh, seeking to please themselves, and then feel like they know it all or they got it all, everything good. They so that prideful in their own foolishness and their own ignorance. You know, that's what it is. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 1. Okay, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51 and verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. And in the midst of them, that's Babylon the Great, which is America, right? Or anywhere where Esau Edom is in rule. Anywhere where he's gonna raise up that destroying wind, right? That's that ICBM missiles is going to destroy this place and everywhere where they as dwell in rulership, right? It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind. And 2/3 of our people that dwell in the midst of them, all this, like they want to they want to call themselves black or whatever the case may be, and not let go of those false bywords, right? Or they want to call them the false names, the false idols, worshiping false idols, and all of. Hey, that destroying wind is going to catch them. 2/3 of our people going to get it, right? It says in the midst of them, right? It says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, behold, I will rise up against Babylon and against them. That's them 2/3 and the rest of these heathens that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, right? And how they rise up against them? Going against the truth, going against His words, going against His prophets that He sent to teach the truth, right? He's going to destroy them. It says, Jeremiah 51 and 2, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. And not only is the enemies of this place of Babylon the Great going to shoot at her, those that were once allies is going to shoot at this place as well, right? It says against him that bendeth let archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host. So all of them gonna be destroyed. It's not gonna be, only one's gonna be left is the first fruit. That's gonna be the first slaves in the kingdom, right? The ones that's gonna be cleaning up those bodies, right? All right. It says Jeremiah 51 in verse 4, thus the slain shall fall in the land of Chaldeans, right? In the land of the Edomites, the so-called white man, wherever they're in rule, right? Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of His power of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. So, the Lord shall yet again choose Israel. You know what I'm saying? what it says, and surname Jacob or something to that effect, right? Israel being the northern kingdom and Judah being the southern kingdom, right? It says, for Israel have not been forsaken. The Lord has never forsaken his people. God forbid, right? It says, for Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Come, 2/3 of our people committing great sins still and won't hearken unto the voice of the Lord, right? It says, Jeremiah 51:6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Come, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Hey, flee out of that mind state of what? I'm African American, I'm black, or whatever. I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Mexican, or whatever the case may be, still holding on to those bywords that the Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has placed on us. You know, breaking free from those mental chains. You know, understanding the truth that we're there's no such thing as black people, or for that matter, white people. That shit was invented. You know, and understand who we are according to the Lord. Because the only thing matter is Yahweh Bashim Shai, the words of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Hey, men lie. And Esau done a deceitful work. You know what I'm saying? And blinded the eyes of the people, you know, and that was what he was sent to do, be the wicked. You know, it said, what it says, what is it? Salaki, I can't even remember it. It's but the wicked is control of the earth, and who controlling the earth? Esau Edom, wherever you look, right? It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon. Come, hey, out of the mind state of this place, celebrating pagan ass holidays, worshiping false idols, worshiping that abominable Jesus Christos. You know what I'm saying? Giving praise to other gods instead of fearing and praising the Father Yahweh Bashim Shai. You know that, hey, 2/3 of our people, they're gonna have to learn it at the death by pain. It says, for Israel, Jeremiah 51:6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Come, what? For the abominations that she done. For what is it? There, what he shall plead with his people. He's gonna plead the cause. Hey, because they have stole his good and delicate things, right? Who is the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American one with the speckled bird, you know, and all the things. He furthered the affliction when our punishment was supposed to be at an end. Esau Edom furthered the affliction to this very day, you know. Still, we're still what he said. He that stealeth a man, or he be found in his hand, him shall I destroy. Ain't we still in their hands? Ain't we still made to work and pay taxes and all this shit? You know, all these things is proof that, you know what I mean, that they're the wicked, right? It says Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunk and kind. Hey, what it says, even the devil, he could appear to be like an angel, Salakia, for not being verbatim. And that's what the so-called white man done. Even with the wordplay, putting spells on people. I'm white, and white means pure, untainted, unblemished, all these good things, when that damn devil, first off, is not white, he red. Devil just means deceiver, right? But that damn devil is not white, he red. That's the first lie, right? And he's definitely not pure, but the wicked, the basis of men, right? But 2/3 of our people and the rest of these heathen, they drunk off his philosophies. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can go to any of these other nations, and you'll still catch some of these heathens wearing a suit and tie and shit. Western and they're following that Western culture, Western philosophy, Western doctrine. You'll see Jesus Christo's image in all these other nations, because that's what he done to deceive the people, to lift himself up as if he's above when really he's the basis of men. Right? It says, Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Hey, so now they realizing they've been bamboozled in the doctrines, the things that they believed a lie. You know, that's why they're gonna shoot around about. They're gonna shoot at her, right? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so, she may be healed. Hey, but that ain't gonna be the case. This place is gonna be utterly destroyed, and everywhere, like I said, the land of the Chaldeans, is gonna be destroyed, right? What it says, because right following Jeremiah 51:9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go every one unto his own country. That's why these heathens gonna go back to their own land. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. It says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Ain't no making America great again, or making this place turn back the arrow. Nope. Or turn back the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. No, his words is going to accomplish what he command. Right, and his words is gonna do, and we see it's a domino effect. Everything is going according to the words of Yahweh Shema Shai. His words is faithful and true. They're gonna accomplish what he sees. He said, "What my words will not return unto me void." Nope, it's gonna accomplish what he said. It says, Jeremiah 51:9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, let us go every one unto his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky. The Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai have brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord the Lord of power. Yahweh Shai say, the Lord have brought forth our righteousness. The Lord woke us up to this truth. The so-called Negroes, Latino, Native American, along with the speckled bird, they're hearkening unto the voice of the Lord, and follow him. Like he said, my sheep hear my voice, and they go wherever I command. They doing the things that he said. You know what I'm saying? What he say? How can you call me master and not do the things that I command? You know, period. So you ain't doing how I feel or how I think it should be. Oh, that's not fair. I don't think the heathen should go into bondage. They shouldn't serve 1,000 years. Esau shouldn't be done away with. Hey, who the hell is you? The Lord's righteousness, the Lord judges, and his judgment is righteous. You know what I'm saying? Righteous recompense. Right? It says, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai have brought forth our righteousness. Right? He woke us up to this truth. Come and let us declare in Zion. So we heard the report, right? So we declaring it. You know what I'm saying? The work of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai. And those that's gonna hearken, they're gonna hearken. And only ones that's gonna hearken is that remnant, that elect, that's gonna hearken unto the voice of the Lord and follow him wherever he say. You know, do what the Yahweh Shema Shai commanded. Like I said, his sheep hear his voice, right? It says, Jeremiah 51:11, Salakia, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon. As he raising up the kings and all these other nations, right? To fulfill what he said, right? You know, to destroy this place, to shoot them arrows at this place. You know what I'm saying? It says, for the Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his devices against Babylon, to destroy it. That's his. That's what it is, to destroy it. And if you're in this place, right? If the Lord ain't say, "Hey, come up hither, my good and faithful servant," you're gonna be destroyed in this place. You're gonna be melted, right? It says, for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh Shai, the vengeance of his temple. That's what it is. What can one say? You know what I'm saying? What can you say? But thus saith the Lord, and guess what? Be in agreement. You know what I mean? And those that are in this truth, hey, we're more than we more than happy. We can't wait to see the downfall of this place. We can't wait to see the downfall of our enemy, right? If you understood, even though it was because we disobeyed the laws of the Lord, right? He had to punish us, and he used Esau, Edom, and these other nations to do it. Guess what? We still want to see the downfall of our enemy, because guess what? That's what it is. They furthered the affliction, and they done abominable acts. They took the Lord's good and precious things, and what they do, hey, we can't even account all the things that these devils done, but the Lord showed he got an account of it, right? Because his eyes is 1,000 times brighter than the sun. The angels see, and they go and document. They go and report to Yahweh Shai. They go report to the Lord, right? So he got everything they got coming. They earned it, more than earned it, right? It says Jeremiah 51 and verse 12. Salaki, hold on one sec. Right, Jeremiah 51 and verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambush, for the Lord have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. And so no matter what they do, they can say they making a space force, whatever the hell, building a dome. Ain't none of that shit gonna matter. The words of Yahweh Shai is faithful and true, and it's gonna accomplish exactly how he said it. It's gonna accomplish it, right? It says, "O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come. Ain't no getting out of it. You ain't gonna be able to remove your head. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to remove your neck from what's coming, right? And that's Esau, Edom. Period. And 2/3 are people in these other heathens as well. If whatever lot the Lord has placed upon you, that's what it is. If you're on the right hand in the book of life, you're gonna get the reward to come with it. If you're on the left hand, you're gonna get the judgment to come with it. Right? It says, Jeremiah 51 and verse 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, in the measure of thine covetousness. Right? Well, hey, so no matter what they do, the end is come. Ain't nothing they can do. It is what it is. and that's it. That's it. Period. Point blank. Right? Ain't nothing. Esau Edom can do. What the elders say. America Caesar, Trump, ain't nothing he can do either. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They can build walls, like I said, build a dome, whatever the case may be, right? They can make America Caesar, Trump king. They can make him Caesar or whatever. That ain't gonna change the words of Yahweh Shai. It's still gonna accomplish the task that he set. Right? Where I'm at. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 13. Right, okay, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at her plagues. They're gonna be like, "What? Woo!" Just like from the smoke that rise up from this place. You know, all they're gonna be able to do is say, "Damn, that great city Babylon is done. That motherfucker is done." Right? Where I'm at. Let's get Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 17. I believe that's where I'm on next. Okay, this is Jeremiah 49 and verse 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished. Why they gonna say this the place? And shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. Just hey, right? You get it, right? It say, let me read that again. Jeremiah 49 and 17. Also, Edom, the so-called white man, shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. It says, what is it? As in, let me read that part. Jeremiah 49:18. As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. This place is going to be a place for desert creatures. That's it. Period. And another thing, 2/3 of our people can't get it. It's ultimately because the world is in their hearts, not the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. So they can't get this is a righteous judgment. You know what I'm saying? This is what it said. He said, what if he let Esau build it up, do all this shit, do all his wickedness, so he can show his power. That's why Esau has done all these things, right? Because the Lord finna do a mighty work. And guess what? Just like in when the Lord brought us from Egypt, and everybody talked about it, all the other nations, we heard about your power delivering you out of Egypt. They're going to say the same thing in this time. Like the scriptures say, no more is they going to talk about how he delivered us from Egypt, but how he delivered us from the land of the north. Right? And Salaki for not being verbatim, but that's what it is. Those that know. That's all. I mean, those that know. Where I'm at. Let's go to Jeremiah 19 and verse 18. I think. Oh, Slocky, that ain't where I'm going. Slocky, where I'm at. Hold on one time. Okay, it's not 18. This is Jeremiah chapter 19 and verse 8. And I will make this city desolate, and in hissing everyone that passeth thereby shall be astonished and hiss because of all the plagues thereof. Right? Whoo. All right, yeah, that's what it is. Let me what else I got here? Let's go to Revelations. Did I get? Yeah, okay. I got a few more and then I'm gonna close it. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. This is Revelations 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. And only the Lord's remnant, they're gonna come out of this place as in the mind state of following after these heathens, following their ways, eating their abominable foods, swine, lobster, and what Jake like, catfish and shit, shrimp. You know what I mean? They're gonna following after they pagan ass holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all those. They're gonna come out of that, and then they're gonna call upon the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, and repent and do the things that's pleasing to the Lord and keep the laws to the best of their ability. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna begin to rehearse the righteous acts. Where it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. That's it. They're getting double. So in the cup which she hath filled to her double. And that's thus saith the Lord. So how they do us? Give unto them double. You know, like, thus saith the Lord. So ain't no, oh, that ain't fair, that ain't right. What? Guess what? You saying that ain't fair, that ain't right is wicked as hell and evil and antichrist. You going against the words of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And these so-called plantation Christians don't get it because ultimately the Lord ain't put the spirit on them to understand or to receive what he putting down. Because ultimately he ain't dealing with them. You know what I mean? They're going to have to learn after death by pain. Then they're going to say, oh, this is what it was. Okay, I understand now. You know, it says, Revelation 18:6, reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. So everything is, hey, the works that they done, what? Flooding cities, bombing cities, right? And these are just the ones we know. Making lakes over cities, hanging our people as like fruit on the trees and shit, hanging them, gator bait, all these things. What? Give unto them double. So only those with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai gonna say, hell yeah, they deserve it, right? When 2/3 of our people gonna say, oh no, that's not good, that's not, man, yeah, look, that's why you need to be destroyed. Yeah, period. And then you're gonna understand. Then you're gonna come back in your right mind. You got what is that, Stockholm syndrome or some shit? You know, to believe that this damn devil don't call you black, don't nickname you black or named you rich port or whatever the case may be. Being Puerto Rican mean rich port and all like that. Those are no. Gave you all these bywords. Took your whole heritage, took the name of Yahweh Shema Shai from you, right? Took away your whole heritage and everything. You think they don't get down, and then what they do? They kept you in sin, feeding you abominable foods, not telling you who you are. You know, as well as these heathen, they lick the wounds. You know what I'm saying? They gain from our affliction. They gain from our downfall. So guess what? They got that same judgment coming, and that's a righteous judgment, a righteous recompense, right? And only that remnant is going to understand and hearken unto the voice of the Lord and do the things pleasing unto the Lord and teach the truth, right? Prophesy what Yahweh Shema Shai has commanded. Where am I at? Revelations. Where did I suppose? Okay. What it says, 18. Right. Okay. This is Revelation 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. Hey, how they glorify themselves. Like, if you can understand. Now they come up with critical race theory where you can't talk about the diabolical history that they have committed against not only the so-called Negroes, but the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, along with the speckled bird, right? The seed of Israel, right? The diabolical things that they've done, but they'll make slave movies, or they'll make so-called cowboy movies where they slaughtering Gad and all these things, and they be prideful in it. But then they'll turn around and say they the cowboys, right? Or you shouldn't talk about that because it make my children feel a certain kind of way. What? Your children is the reincarnations of the ones that fucking done it. Who gives a hell how they feel, right? But at the same time, they want to make movies and make money off of it, right? That's what it says. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. Right, so hey, they live in anywhere you see. What is it? We're here in Jacksonville, Florida. So you go there and on a beachfront, they got all beachfront property, living deliciously, right? Eating everything is what the dew of heaven for them, right? And everything they got, they stole. Man, right now, and to this day, they living on stolen land, and then they got the fucking nerve to try to deport somebody or say, hey, they don't have the right to be here. Well, goddamn, they have more right than you to be here, you know. But the pride of these damn devils is crazy, you know, and that they'll create. There's still land. There's still a whole land. Still the people, and have the people work on the stolen land that they stole, and then tell the people that's from here or from this, oh, y'all got to get the hell out of here. Y'all can't. Y'all don't. No. Y'all don't be here unless y'all try to come back by the rules and regulations that we said. What the hell? Come on, man. How wicked is that? How wicked is this damn devil when the Lord say, hey, you don't put, you shouldn't take and possess another man's land. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, the land can't be cleansed, but by the blood that that shed the blood of those who they got to shed. You got to shed. They got to bleed. Salaki for not my words ain't right, but the only way this place can be cleansed of the blood that was shed is by the people that shed that blood. So they got to pay. And the Lord said double. And that's thus saith the Lord. So anything a man can say, if they going against the words of the Lord, they antichrist. They going against Yahweh Shema Shah. Period. And they're going to receive that reward, that judgment on the left-hand side, which is destruction. You know? It says, therefore shall her plagues, this Revelation 18:8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, who judges her. Come on, see this judgment of the Lord. This, hey, I can feel like they deserve it. I feel like hell yeah. I would, even before I was in the truth. I feel like that's some bullshit that we was in slavery. They making roots and making movies and shit, making money off of us. How they done to us, so-called Native Americans. How they done any of our people, right? You know, I feel like, man, I always knew these people was fucking evil, right? But now, once you get the clarity, you really know, right? You really know, hey, because you feel like, man, it's kind of harsh. But when you think, hey, goddamn, they deserve everything they got coming, man. They done a work, and now the Lord gonna put work in on them, you know. And that's what they deserve. It says, Revelation 18:8, therefore shall her plague come in one day, death, mourning, famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, who judges her. This is from the Lord. And that burning going to be by way of ICBM missiles. What that their flesh shall consume away while they stand on their feet. Their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Their eyes shall consume away in their eye sockets. And that's that thermonuclear power, that ICBM, that what is it? That heat. What it says? Man, I forgot. Thermal heat. That fire going to destroy them. And that's a righteous judgment, right? And like I said, only the remnant, understand and know it's a righteous judgment. 2/3 of our people still say, all you got to do is pray over it. Oh, well, they don't murder millions and millions upon millions of people still to this day, still murdering people. I mean, Salakia, unaliving people, right? And they feel like, oh, it'll be okay. Just pray to Jesus Christos. Nope. Y'all in for a rude awakening, right? Hey, because right now, in what they in the congregation of the dead, they sleep, but we ain't sleep. We the children of the day, they the children of the night, but they in for that rude awakening. Because guess what? When them ICBMs hit this place, they're gonna be awake then. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna close it with this because it's getting kind of long. Zechariah 14:12. I'm gonna close with this. I believe this is the last one. 14:12. Okay, this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14 and verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass in that day that great tumult from the Lord shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one. Oh, so like I don't got to say that part. I'm just going to go back to, I'm going to say, repeat Zechariah 14:12 one more time. I'll close it out. This is Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. That's the heathens, starting off with the number one enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And that's by thermonuclear fire. So with that, I hope you was edified. Until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.